Maybe you have been hearing about trading and you are trying to figure out how you can make some money, assuming that you want to be able to make up to $10,000 a month. Today, I want to show you the reality of what is possible. So today, I took a small amount of capital and I was able to make $870. And the reason is because I did not trade with my normal contract size. So when I trade normally with my contract size, so for example, on this date, I was able to make $10,000. Even though I started my account that day with $5,000, I was able to make $10,000 from $5,000. So that is what is possible with the stock market, and that is just one day trading, right? But I want you to know that as you have a small account, you can build your confidence, you can build your strategy to that point where you can start making huge amount of money. But you don't have to start like that. The most important thing that I see is that there are so many people who don't even know that something like this exists. If God has opened your eyes to see that there is something like this, there is possibilities in the stock market, it's an amazing thing for you to be able to take advantage of it. So just to show you the reality, so this 800 and something dollar that I made, I spent just $500 to be able to buy these contracts of ES. So, and I took 3 trades. So the first trade I made $287, the second trade I made $237, the third trade I made $362, all of them 0.50 cents. So that is how I was able to make that amount of money today. And if you see, everything was green. So if I was taking my normal contract, then I would have made at least $4,000. But because I wanted to show you the reality of what you can do, so now assuming that you want to be able to make $10,000 a month, and then you trade 20 days in a month, then you are making just $500 every day. So 500 times 20 is going to give you $10,000. So is this possible? This is something that is possible. I just showed you how I made $10,000 plus in a day. So but in order for you to be able to succeed, you need to know what you are trading. So in the stock market, there are so many different things that you can trade. You can trade forex, you can trade crypto, you can trade futures, you can trade option. So inside all these things, you can trade stock. You can go ahead and choose just one of these things that you feel like you want to learn, something that is very volatile, something that has a lot of liquidity, something that really moves fast. So when you are trading, don't go into something that maybe is so slow, something that you will not be able to make money, something that you'll be wasting so much time and you are not able to make money in. My encouragement to you is look for something that is very volatile. So if you are trading something like the S&P 500, you are trading something like QQQ, those kind of things, they are very volatile. So choose something that has so much volatility. When I started trading, I heard about penny stocks. Of course, yes, there are strategies for trading those. There are many different things that you can trade in the market. But I want to encourage you to spend time and really understand exactly what you want to trade that is going to give you money and you are not going to waste time on it. So now the next thing, when you've decided on the instrument that you want to trade, another thing that is very important is that you need to have a strategy that you'll be able to see every day in the market. There are so many strategies that you can trade on the stock market. My encouragement to you is don't jump from one strategy to the other. And if you are watching many people on YouTube, for example, you see this strategy, you see the next, you can become so confused because you are trying many different strategies. Every time that you start trying a new strategy, let me tell you, you are starting all over from the beginning. Now figure out that strategy. But if the strategy is not working, that's when you can switch your strategy to something that is working. And if you are already trading on a strategy that is not working, then time for you to figure out something that is working. So today I'm going to show you a simple strategy that you can use every day. So when you come to the market in the morning, let's say 6:30 PST, which is my time, it could be 8:30 for you, it could be 9:30 wherever you are. So EST is 9:30, right? So the first thing that I want you to do every morning is to open your chart just like this and wait for the first 5-minute candle to form. So if you have watched my previous video, you see that by this time I've already marked my high and my low of the day. And now if you have not watched those videos, I'm going to put it here. I just want to show you today a strategy that can help you every day in the market. So now when you come here, the first thing that you want to do, assuming that this is the first candle that is formed, this candle can form, it can go up, it can go down, it can turn around, it can go like this. You know, anything that it does, don't worry about it. Just wait for the first 5-minute candle to finish. Let's say it ended up like this, or maybe it was this red candle and then it went like this and then it ended up like this. It really doesn't matter. Or it ended up down. Any direction that this candle goes, that's perfectly fine. So when that first 5 minutes is over, I want you to just go ahead and draw your line right here like this. You can put a line right here and then you put another line right. Now, after you've done this, you step down to 1 minute because you want to see a better entry. If you want to stay on 5 minutes, that's fine. Some people also wait for the first 15 minutes. Some people wait for the first 30 minutes. But I do the first 5 minutes. So after I've done all of this, and then I'll just wait for the 1 minute to come here, just like this. Maybe it breaks out, and then I'll wait for it to retest, and then it goes like this. Then I'm going to take my trade right here. Or another option is that if it goes out and then maybe it comes in and then it comes and retests here, then I'm also going to take that trade, right? And then I write it down. Another option is that it can come here, then come and then go like this. Anything that it does is fine, but if it comes out and then it retests here, guess what? I'm going to take that trade down just like that. And if, for example, it come back inside and then it come and then retest this and continue down, then I'm also going to take that trade. So these are the different options that are going to help us to be able to take the trade. So when you have this idea, it's going to help you so that you will not be chasing after candlesticks upon candlesticks. You just wait until when the candlesticks get to where you want to take your trade, then you go ahead and take that trade. Now let's go ahead and let me show you what I did this morning. So now let me show you everything as it goes on the chart. Now you've come to your chart in the morning and it's 6:25, which is my time. The market opens at 6:30. So you are going to see how everything is going to play out. So these lines that I already have here, they are my previous day high and low that I've already drawn. I've already shown you a video that I've already done all of this. So I'm going to link the video here so you can go and check it out. So now the market opens and we are just going to sit here and watch. So this is the first 5 minute candle that has formed. This one is the first 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to come here and I'm going to draw a line like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. That's my first 5 minutes. Then I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute candle and I'm just going to watch and see what happens. So you just watch. This is how you are not going to be stressed up. You are just watching and seeing what is happening in the market. So it has break out, but it didn't give us any signal because there's no retest. So there is no need to rush after it. You are just there watching, right? Because you already have an idea what you want to trade. So just keep watching. Perfect. So look at what has just happened now. So we see what has happened right here. Our candlestick, see how it just come and then it touches it exactly right there. So now let's continue to see what happens. Now we are starting to get ready for us to be able to take our trade because now this has retested it. So at this point, these next two candles are green, so we have not yet entered. So right now, this is when we have to enter our trade because it has confirmed to us that yes, it's actually going down. So now it's time for us to go to our trading platform and then we are going to take our trade. So now we have entered our trade. We just have to watch the trade and then see how it plays out. So when you enter a trade, it keeps going back and forth. At this point, I'm trying to see if I should put my stop loss, but I don't want to put a stop loss yet because I want the trade to first of all go on my direction. But one thing that I want you to know is that right here, I know that my stop loss is going to be below this line. So that is what helps me to be able to understand where my stop loss is going to be. And then if it goes down this way, so I know that my stop loss is going to be there. So I want you to also know that when you enter a trade, so the market in which we are now is very volatile, so it keeps moving up and down. So just be careful when you are taking your trade. So right now it's on our direction, so we just keep watching it. The good thing is that when you know exactly when you are entering your trade, right, you know that at this point, if it goes against you, then you are going to come out of the trade. But so is it possible that it goes against you? Yes. Now, but one thing that you have to know is that the distance where if it goes against you, it has to be very small compared to where you are going to take your profit. So at this point, it's already on our direction. Now I have my stop loss like this, and I'm just going to be moving my stop loss just like this, and then I'm watching the trade. So all I have to do at this point is just to manage the trade because I'm already in the trade, and I just have to keep moving my stop loss. I go back and forth just to make sure that everything is okay. I'm looking at my trading view and seeing where I am on the chart. So, and I know that this is where I plan to take my profit on this white line right here. But I'm also watching because sometimes with the market in which we are, maybe it can turn against me. But when I've already made some money, then then I'm just going to take my money and I'm going to go out. So you just do this every day, manage your trade, and now you just keep making the money. So right now we are making $200 and something, and so you just hold on, and it becomes very relaxing because you know what you are doing. You know where you entered your trade, you know where you are going to come out, and so you don't have to stress, you don't have to worry. That is how trading has to be, overcomers. I pray that God will really help you to understand this simple strategy that you can take every day, and now that is how you can make money every day in the market. So at this point, I just keep going back and forth, opening it and just seeing how it is. And now I just keep moving my stop loss just like that. So that is just how you have to do, and then you manage your trade every day. So just as I mentioned before, if I had taken this trade with 5 contracts, right, I'll be able to make $4,000. If I had taken 10 contracts, I'll be able to make $8,000 plus. That is how it is. So when you have a small amount of money like this one, I took it with $500 and I was able to make $800. This is just to show you the reality of what is possible. There's also something called prop firms. Like if you don't have much capital and you want to start trading, you can actually use prop firms. So with these prop firms, they are going to give you an evaluation account to first of all test your knowledge if you are able to make money. If you are able to pass your evaluation account, then they are going to give you a PA account. So let's say you buy $10,000 for $33, you can buy $50,000 for $33, and then you use it now to build your skills. You use that money to be able to build your confidence in the market. And if you pass that evaluation account, then they are going to give you a performance account. At that time, the sky is going to be your limit. So, but the most important thing at this point, overcomers, is to encourage you that focus on learning. Avoid depending on others. You need to grow to that point where you are independent, so that you are able to understand what you are doing in the market, so that you can take any trade at any time. So I wish you all the best on your journey. If you have any question, go ahead and put it in the description box below. If you want to work with me in any way, go ahead and send me an email or check my appointments and see if you can book an appointment. They are filling up so quickly. And then there's also a form down below. You can go ahead and fill out that form, and then we are going to get to you if you want to work with us. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and click on the next video, and I'm going to see you in that video.